Generally speaking, Windows 95 is a vast improvement over Windows 3.1x. However, one of the areas in which Windows 95 seems to be somewhat deficient is in the area of the graphical user interface. Many users find it inconvenient to always go to the Start menu, Programs, and then wander around reading the titles of different applications to find the one that they want to utilize. Rather, many users prefer the old Program Manager paradigm provided by Windows 3.1x. Well, let's set up a phony Program Manager for use in Windows 95. To do so, simply right-click on the user's desktop, choose New, and then choose Folder. Name that folder Program Manager. Now, I've already gone ahead and created a Program Manager up above here for a user called Joanne who uses this machine, and I've called it Joanne's Program Manager. I'll go ahead and double-click on it right now. I would leave this open on Joanne's desktop so that every time she fires up the Windows 95 PC and identifies herself with her username and password, this is how it would appear on her screen. However, we need to populate this Program Manager with those applications that she uses most often. Now, it turns out that most of the applications happen to be down here in Mike's folder that he calls Mike's Everyday Applications, and here he's got shortcuts to Excel, Outlook, Schedule, and Word. Well, now to select all of these, I could simply take my mouse pointer and drag across the four icons, and that would select all four. Another way, as I've indicated during the seminar, is to go to the Edit menu and choose Select All, but note in all of the different pull-down menus that the keyboard shortcut is also in the right-hand side. So that's a nice tip to share with users. In effect, to select all of these icons, a Control-A selects them all. Now, we all know about drag and drop in Windows 3.1x and Windows 95, so you might be tempted to take the icons from Mike's folder and simply drag them on over into Joanne's. The only problem is, what happens after the fact when Mike comes looking for his applications in his folder and they're not there? Well, there's also a universal undo command in Windows 95. It's Control-Z. So let me go ahead and do a Control-Z right now and put things back they were so that the icons are back in Mike's folder. Now, one of the things that I would like to share with you so that you can share with your users is to right-drag icons, right-drag folders, right-drag files from one place to another. To right-drag, you use the right mouse button, and if you'll train your users to always do this, watch what happens when I right-drag these icons from Mike's folder to Joanne's Program Manager. As I right-drag and drag the icons in, now I get a context-sensitive menu saying Move, Copy, Create Shortcut, or if I'm a total mouse spaz, I can go ahead and choose Cancel. Well, in effect, what I want to do is go ahead and copy these shortcuts into Joanne's Program Manager, so I'll go ahead and choose that option, and now I have these icons in both locations. Mike will be happy, Joanne will be happy, all users of this system are satisfied at this point. Now, you might be tempted to use the 16-bit Program Manager that actually ships with Windows 95, as well as the 16-bit version of File Manager that ships with 95. I caution you against either. Don't do this. Particularly, the File Manager will destroy long file names. If you move a file from one place to another, File Manager will destroy log character file names. So one of the reasons why I also like this faux version of Program Manager is that you can take a project folder that belongs to the user, such as Joanne's Files folder that you see me dragging into Program Manager right now, and within this phony Program Manager here, Joanne can not only have access to these applications, but also her project folder simply by double-clicking on it, and that particular folder opens up. Nested folders were not something that were available in the older 16-bit version of Program Manager that came with Windows 3.1x. The other reason why I like this tip is because not only do you have this Program Manager with the icons easily identifiable, distinguishable from one another using a graphical version, but you also have full access to the Windows 95 graphical user interface, the Explorer graphical user interface, so that users can have the best of both worlds. Nice tip. Don't forget to share that idea with them about always right-dragging items from one location to another in order to get that context-sensitive menu. It will save a lot of trouble and reduce the calls to your help desk.